What's going on, Mixed Reactions? This is Ian. I'm in Las Vegas. I'm here with Casey Merritt, Justin Duncan. What's going on today, fellas?
What is up, my man?
Not too much, you guys. Glad to be back. It's been a little bit.
Yeah,
Been
you
sick.
abandoned us for a little bit. We started calling you Sean 2.0.
Oh, geez, that hurts. That hurts. Nah, I've been sick, but I'm getting better. I appreciate you guys thinking of me in such high regard.
Speaking of getting better, you know who's getting better by the day, Justin?
Tell me, because I have a
The
feeling I know where you're going.
Boston Red Sox.
Shockingly enough, I swear to God, if you told me in March or April that the Red Sox were going to be legitimately in contention, I'd have thought you were smoking crack in the middle of front Fremont Street down Ian's way.
Now, as our resident baseball fan and our biggest Red Sox supporter that we have on this show, Justin, in your humble opinion, what have the Red Sox done and what can they continue to do to have the success that they've had?
What have they done? Small ball. They haven't relied on the long ball very much, and starting pitching has been absolutely stellar. Tanner Houck, all-star. Cutter Crawford, solid. Um, Brian Bayo has also been consistent. Just got his 10th win last week. It's just been all around like almost. I mean, not to sound like the Patriots, but everyone's doing their job. They're not screwing up for the sake of screwing up like they were in the last couple of years.
Do you
It's
feel
been,
a lot of that credit falls on management and Alex Cora, or do you think this is? I'm definitely not going to say in spite, so that's not the word I'm looking for. Or do you think this is more of a truly formidable roster that can truly make noise?
I think that, even going against the top competition in the league, I mean, they've been consistent against New York. They have only lost like one or two games all year against the Yankees, who were supposed to be front runners for the World Series in the American League. And they're in a free fall of their own. But you don't shy away from the competition. The only real team in the American League that's really given them fits, and understandably so, is Baltimore. But Baltimore is the up and coming best team in the league.
Yeah, for sure.
So considering that they are not shying away from the competition in any league, national or American, it's just consistently like just doing their own stuff, staying in their own lane. They're not flashy. I mean, Rafael Devers broke a seat at Fenway Park last week, which is crazy, with a monster home run. But they're just consistent, and starting pitching, which was a Achilles heel for them last year, has not been the Achilles heel. It's the defense, and even then, the defense hasn't been half bad.
No, it really hasn't. I've been pleasantly surprised what I've been seeing through them. It's like I was telling you just the other day, Justin. I'm very happy with what they've done. I don't truly see them going past an ALDS as far as actual realistic goals for them. Um, but if you look at the AL all around, is that kind of where you could officially see them as well, or do you see them making a decent run here? Because I don't think they're better than the Mariners. I don't think they're better than the Guardians or the Twins. I don't think they're better than the Orioles or the Yankees. So it's kind of tough to see them in a place where I feel they could be in the conference championship. That's kind of unrealistic for me still at this point.
Oh yeah, I mean, I don't anticipate them being a deep playoff run team by any stretch, but they're overachieving compared to what was expected of them, and but I think they're overachieving based on the fact that they have no expectations of themselves. So it's gravy for them.
That's fair.
I
That's fair.
mean, did anyone expect them to be this good? No. Did anyone expect the Astros or the Blue Jays to be as crap as they are? No.
No,
But
absolutely not. Especially the Astros.
I mean, they no, to their defense, they have done better as of late, but in a general sense, they've had a really crap year.
Well, yeah, if you're going by Astro standards, being only 4 games above 500 at the All-Star break's a disaster.
Yeah, if they're 4 games over 500 and the Red Sox are 10, there's a problem.
Exactly. Red Sox are 11. They're 53 and 42.
Was it 11? I thought it was 10. I mean, I'm mistaken that. Well,
No, it's okay. Yeah, that's even better, right? You know, they're 53 and 42.
Right.
Now, Ian, Mr. Blackwell, are you there?
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Can you hear this fucking this phone? Can you hear me now?
Yes.
All right, for sure. I was making sure it didn't fuck up. Yeah, what's up? You had a question?
Yeah. Obviously, you're an Angels fan. Have you been keeping up with them that much this year?
Yeah, we fucking suck.
I mean, that's true. But
I mean, I'm not like. I mean, this is kind of how I expected it to go after we lose Otani. You know, I'm just kind of not really expecting much. You know what I mean? So, Justin's pleasantly surprised, especially in a. Or I just don't blame him for being pleasantly surprised, especially in a division like that, you know, where the Orioles haven't, nobody's taken a step back and the Yankees are looking like the Yankees again. We'll see, you know, because that's why they call it the dog days of summer.
They're in a free fall. The Yankees are sucking now.
Yeah, they have been on a
tear. They're not good.
Yeah, I mean, they've been playing like shit recently, but I mean, I still think the Yankees are going to win the division. I mean, we still have, 81 games? Well, not 81. We're a little bit past the 81 mark. I haven't looked at the standings today. Boston's been playing awesome. You guys played the Rockies this weekend? No.
We opened with the Dodgers and then the Rockies.
No, this past weekend.
Oh, this last weekend. We
played the Royals, right?
Played the Royals, yeah.
Oh, it's smack. Well, I don't remember what happened the whole series, but on Saturday, you guys beat the shit out of them.
Yeah. So to end the first half of the season, the Red Sox, they lost.
They went 7-3 in their last 10, so that's something.
Yeah, I mean, we still lost to the Athletics at one point last week, so that's whatever. But still,
look, the way I view it is, if you can win 2 out of 3 in every series, you're doing something right.
I'm pretty sure that was what Bobby Cox preached. If you can win the series, you're doing fine.
Yeah. I'm definitely not going to complain with that if you can win the series every time. So, you know, when it breaks it down, baseball is such a long, dragged out season. Like, realistically, yeah, sure, they're 11 games above 500 now, but that really doesn't mean anything. There is so much baseball to be played.
Oh, to be sure, but I mean, again, you can't deny that it's been fun to watch compared to what we thought we would.
It has, and I've kept my eye on a lot of Red Sox games this year, and I've actually watched 4 of them from start to finish, which is not typical for me in baseball. Baseball is not really my sport. You know, it's okay. I get some enjoyment out of it, and of course, I'll follow the Sox when they get into the playoffs. But as far as sitting there and watching a full game, I do like how the pitch clock is speeding up the game. I know it's a controversial take. I know a lot of people are like, oh, it's taken away from the integrity of the game. But at the same time...
No, it doesn't.
I don't think it does
either. But trust me, I've heard that take a lot.
I mean, the only thing that it really does is take away the notion that batter's head just by staring him down.
Yeah, well, now, I mean, and that's the thing before. Oh, sorry. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Go ahead. Sorry. Sorry.
No, you're good. What I was gonna say was, when a lot of people say that it's ruined the integrity of the game. I mean, you know, I don't know. Justin's, you know, a baseball lifer essentially, you know, and he understands the tradition more than I do. But you know, I've grown up watching a decent amount of baseball. I don't know if it's just a tradition I don't get, but I didn't get. What did you say, Justin? You said it takes away the notion that what?
The pitcher can stare down the batter all for like an entire minute, just waiting for him just to throw off his rhythm.
Yeah, and that's what I was gonna say too. I was like, it kind of takes a little bit of the control out of the pitcher's hand, but my whole thing is like, until the pitch clock was invented, like I didn't know that was a huge thing, because
that was a huge detractor from the fan base, for a fan base continuing on a building, because people's issue with baseball was that the games took too damn long.
Like
Which
fucking 4.5 hours and shit.
Well, especially like a
Literally.
Yankees Red Sox game, which in past history is a 4.5, 5 hour affair on any given game. But alas, I digress.
Now, to me, and like I said, this is coming from a perspective of, again, I'll sound like a broken record here, not the biggest baseball fan. Don't hate it, of course, but wouldn't be in my top 3 sports to watch, probably not even top 4. When I watched 2 of the Red Sox Yankees games this year, and I don't know if it's just because it's not a playoff game, but it almost feels like that rivalry at this, just, I'm not saying it can't come back to full swing, but just doesn't seem like it's at its greatest full front right now. It feels like it's died off a little bit.
Neither team are on the top of the league. That's why.
Okay.
You need.
Well, they did play in the playoffs.
Both teams were at the top of the league. It was all like going back in the early 2000s, late 90s. It was the Red Sox and Yankees were the cream of the crop of the American League, and everyone else was like, okay, it's just them. It's the Red Sox and Yankees and everyone else. But now you've got so many other up and coming teams like the Astros, hell, even the Royals, the Twins, the Guardians. I keep calling them the Indians, and now the Orioles. That it's just kind of taken away from the not necessarily the mystique, but the
allure.
The allure, yes, thank you. That Red Sox Yankees. It's because you don't have like because back in those days you had the star players. You had Pedro, you had Kurt Schilling, you had Jeter, A-Rod,
Rosada,
Bertie Williams, Darryl Strawberry at one point. You had like no kidding, I know.
Alfonso Soriano, like I get it.
Soriano,
David Justice, Paul O'Neill.
You had David Justice, Derek Lowe,
Big
Paul
Poppy,
O'Neill, Trot Nixon, Jason Varitek, Big Poppy,
Johnny Damon,
Manny Ramirez, Johnny Damon.
Man, I must say
the list goes on.
Big Poppy is A, still my favorite Red Sox player ever, and B, still one of my favorite Boston athletes ever.
Speaking of Big Poppy, the Red Sox drafted his kid in the 9th round this afternoon.
I just saw.
Did
I was
they
literally
really?
just about to say that. Yeah.
It
was the Red Sox?
Yes, they did.
Oh, I knew he got drafted. I didn't see that it was to the. I was literally just gonna say that, but I didn't know it was for the Red Sox. Wow.
That
the Red
is
Sox picked him up in the 9th round.
Now,
9th round, yeah.
No shame if you don't, Justin, but you're our biggest baseball knowledge. Do you know much about him? Do you know if he's going to be? I know it's the 9th round, so it's kind of a missed. Could be okay. No problem.
I don't know enough about his game to say anything. No.
Okay. Well, but hopefully we can say hopefully he pans out. That would be awesome.
Right. He's not. Hopefully he's not Billy Bean 2.0.
Yeah. Oh my God. Hopefully not. What do you guys say we shift to the National Football League?
I'm good for that.
We're getting back in. I mean,
we're almost back in the swing of things, boys. Do you guys realize we are less than 3 weeks away from our first preseason game?
Holy shit! Really? Is it really that late? That's soon?
We are less than 3 weeks away from our first preseason game.
When's the When's the Thursday night kickoff game?
September 4th.
I'm checking right now. September 5th.
September 5th. And then on September 6th, there's a game in South America?
Paulo. In Brazil.
And that's the next day. So we have the first week we have football on Thursday, Friday, and Sunday, boys. God bless America.
Bro, why you hear that neither of those teams can wear green?
Yeah, and it's the Packers and the Eagles.
Right. I mean, are those well, I mean, and the Jets, I guess, right? Those are the 3 greenest teams.
Yeah, but 2 of the greenest teams, one has green in their fucking name and they can't wear green. But well,
they can wear the Bumblebee like old retro like kind of crap things they had at one point.
As where the NFL's coming up, boys, I just want your biggest Actually, Justin, we already know your biggest hot take because you kind of dropped it on us when we were giving our record predictions. So aside from your atrocious 49ers prediction, what's your next biggest hot take for the NFL this season? Something that you haven't shared with us yet, that you kind of just have an inkling in the back of your head.
Joe Burrow will not finish the season.
Oh my God.
He'll be injured again.
Went to a dark place, but I mean, it's a hot take for sure.
No, so here's the thing. No, correct. Yeah, that's a dark place. But Justin, if you're right about that, is it time for Cincinnati to start maybe thinking elsewhere because he's too much of an injury risk? Like, clearly, when he's on the field, he's a great talent. But if you get injured and miss half the season every other year, are you really worth it?
Would you look elsewhere from Kawhi Leonard? Go ahead, Justin. I know it's for you. Go ahead.
I don't know if you necessarily look elsewhere quite yet, but you have to at least consider it.
That's my thought, too. I mean, no disrespect to Joe Burrow, because obviously when he's on the field, he's tremendous. He's fantastic. He's top 3.
He's the only one to beat Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs.
Aside from Tom bitch-ass Brady. Yeah, absolutely. Now, with that being said, if that is the case, and that does happen, that really clears the path for Baltimore in the AFC North when you think about it. Pittsburgh's not going to do much. Like, who's going to start? Fields or Wilson? Like, that's still a... You think it's going to be... I think it's going to be Russell, too.
It's Wilson.
You got to have one guy.
Kick returning.
It's almost like the thing in... I consider it like this. If you say that you have 2 quarterbacks, I almost consider it like you're having 2 goalies in hockey. You guys know that. I know Justin knows this saying. I don't know if Ian knows it. The old saying in hockey, Ian, is if you have 2 goalies, you really have none.
Yeah.
I think you guys have said that before on the show.
But it's like remember the times you have Rev and you have Sunshine.
I can't make that pitch, Coach.
Wait, but didn't Rev get hurt, or am I tripping?
Yeah, Rev got hurt.
He did.
Oh, I mean, yeah.
Now you can throw them out, but you can't pitch it yard. So my hot take, boys, and you can call me out for being a hater if you would like. It's just my opinion. I think the Philadelphia Eagles are going to fall flat on their face this season and miss the playoffs.
That's a harder take to consider the rest of the competition of the NFC. I mean, yes, Dallas is going to be in the thick of it. Obviously, San Francisco, I think, is still going to fall short. The Rams are not. I
think the Rams are going to have a resurgence this year.
They will. I think they'll make the playoffs. I think they'll be more of a wild card than a division winner. I think, at least more likely, at least.
San Fran's going to win the division.
I think San Fran's going to be on the outs. I still do.
I was going to say, who's going to win the West?
The Cardinals?
No, I think the Rams have the better chance. If San Francisco falls on their face, like I think they will, it'd be the Rams.
Okay, that's fair. But that's just my opinion, man. Like, I think I think their loss to Jason Kelce is going to be huge. I still think that. I mean, yeah, you can argue they have a great corner tandem, but I still think that their secondary is torchable and weak. I don't think they have much of a pass rush. To me, in my opinion, I think you could kind of see the cracks last season between A.J. Brown and Jalen Hurts. I think that could continue to surface this season.
Devontae Smith was not utilized enough.
What's that?
Devontae Smith was not utilized enough.
And, of course, everyone's going to be like, oh, what about the addition of Saquon? Sure. But Saquon, much like your opinion about Joe Burrow, Justin, has yet to prove that he can stay healthy for a long duration of time.
If Saquon's going to be productive, you got to have an offensive line that's not going to fall apart. There's the departure of Jason Kelce.
Exactly. Exactly.
It's Cowboys' division to lose, the NFC East, I think. I mean, because you look at you look at the way Philly kind of stumbled into the playoffs last year. Like you said, the addition of Saquon, okay, sure, but I don't really think that's the thing that necessarily puts them over the top. I like Dallas personally, and that is just because
I agree.
I like the way that Casey throws me the ball in Madden. You know what I'm saying?
But see, here's the thing that worries me about Dallas the most, and I've said it 100 times on this show, guys, in the past couple months. I don't give two fucks what they do in the regular season anymore. I really don't. They're my new Celtics in that aspect. Because I said it about the Celtics all year long. I couldn't care what they did in the regular season. It only matters in the playoffs. Now that title now belongs to Dallas, since the Celtics have won their title. Fuck you, Ian. One thing that is gonna drive me up the wall with Dallas this season is who do they have in the backfield, guys? They potentially have the worst running back group in the league, with Rico Dowell, Ezekiel Elliott, and Deuce Vaughn.
Deuce Vaughn's a nice little gimmick player. Zeke, while he was good for the Patriots while they needed him, is not an every down back.
Not anymore. Now, if this was 2016 Zeke, I'd be over the roof.
Right.
This ain't 2016 Zeke anymore.
No, it's not. Now he's more useful than goal line Zeke. Obviously, he's more useful than that.
Yes.
But you can't rely on him to be the workhorse.
No, absolutely not. And neither one of them are Tony Pollard, and he left to Tennessee.
That's a huge loss.
It's a very big loss. Tony Pollard was a very good back, very useful in a lot of situations. Zeke is still a great pass protector for a running back. I'm not going to say he's not. He's going to be very good in blitz pickups. So I'm happy with that. But I also don't want Dallas and Dak to get pass happy.
One thing I would say about Zeke when he was with the Patriots, he wasn't a liability in blitz coverage. He's a little surprised to see.
He's probably still the best pass blocking back in the league. I will give him that. He's probably the best at that one lone thing. But other than that, what does he really have to offer Dallas right now? Sure, yes, goal line packages, he's going to be fine. He can probably pick up the top 3rd and 2, 3rd and 1, 4th and 1, 4th and 2. He can probably do that just fine. But we still need somebody that can hand the ball 20 times. And my only thought on this, Justin, and this is kind of an odd comparison, could it be like the 2011 to 2014 Patriots where it's running back by committee?
Sure. It worked.
Like, suppose you could, right? But I don't know.
That also means you have to have tight ends who are going to be consistent enough to be able to pass block for a sweep run or for a circle or a wheel route.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely.
Which Dallas do they have that tight end who they can rely on for that? I don't know.
So let's put it like this: Do you guys even know the name of the Cowboys tight end? If you don't, it's fine.
No,
don't tell me it's fuck. No,
he was
Dalton Schultz.
No, it's not anymore.
So it's Jake Ferguson, and he's extremely talented. Like, he had a really good breakout year last year. Like, I don't know if you guys seen his comparisons. His comparisons to Travis Kelce, because of how efficient he is in the pass game, and he's a really good route runner. Tremendous.
That's a lot to live up to.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna beat Kelce, but that's who his game mimics. Like, he's a great route runner. He has great hands, solid after the catch. He hurdled like 3 players last year. He's super athletic. But like Travis Kelce, he struggles in the run blocking schemes.
Yeah.
And he wears number 87, ironically enough. But yeah, no, he's a phenomenal pass catcher. Like, that's one thing I'm going to give him. He's going to be a top 3 receiving tight end in the league either this year or next, because last year he was a rookie. So you got to give, or second year maybe last year. You got to give him a little bit more time to develop. But he's got it in him. He's going to be fine as a pass catcher. Probably I can see him anywhere between 600 to 800 yards with 6 to 7 touchdowns this season. Like, he's going to be that efficient. But
yeah, and I kind of go back to what Justin was saying regarding, or was it Justin or Casey about Deuce Vaughn?
It was Justin saying Deuce Vaughn's a gimmick player, which I agree, because he's 5, not 5, what, 6?
Yeah,
5 flat, if that.
He's like 5. Yeah, 5'6". I think is being generous. He's a little dude. I remember watching him at Kansas State.
He's as tall as Casey.
I'm
His dad
taller
isn't,
than
like,
him.
But what I was saying though regarding Deuce Vaughn is I kind of agree with. I know you guys keep telling me I keep, but the fact that he's going to be a nice little gimmicky player. I think if the Cowboys can get rolling on offense, he's a great asset. But I mean, do you want him to have to shoulder the load? I don't think that's going to be a recipe for success.
No,
I think
Zeke's going to be the starting back. There's no question.
He will be.
Oh yeah,
but
yeah. Zeke will be the starting back. It might be running back by committee. I mean, it could very well end up that way, like you guys.
You know who I think is going to get a lot of time at running back this year for Dallas? Cavante Turpin, their like main kick returner. He is electric. Justin, I know you remember that little reverse against New England that he took for like 60.
that was insane.
He is fast and shifty. I think he's going to be playing a lot of back this year.
Oh, who was the guy for the Patriots who just ran over Dallas that one game? Oh, who was that guy? Fast as shit. Who was that guy? Shit, I should know.
Which year?
I think it was last year.
Ran over who?
The guy who had the crazy spin move, like on one of the Patriots opening drive.
I think so. Yeah.
Demario Douglas, the receiver.
No, it wasn't Demario Douglas. I know that for a fact.
Then it wasn't the guy who had that catch on the opening drive.
Check you right now because I'll recognize it if I see it. What's his name? He was their kick returner. Oh, I'm blanking on this. Why am I blanking on this? Because he was like, he's a quick, fast little fucker.
Yeah, I think that was Demario Douglas, or wasn't it?
No, it was not. It was not Demario Douglas. I know that for a fact. Oh shit.
And kind of while you're looking for that, I know you're looking for it. How do you feel about Drake May? I know we touched on it briefly, but are you? I know you weren't happy about Mac Jones. I'm gonna just keep it real. So how's your feeling about that?
It was Marcus Jones.
Marcus Jones, yes.
Anyway,
Okay.
Drake
Marcus
May,
Jones.
I think expectations are not astronomical. He's not expected to be a playoff quarterback right off the gate. Is perfect for him. He's not expected to immediately turn the franchise from a cellar dweller to contender.
No,
And
absolutely
that's
not.
perfect for him. You do not want to set those expectations so early in his career because that's what they did for Mac. And you saw how that backfired horribly.
See, but here's the thing. Obviously, I think Drake May is going to be a step up from Mac Jones. That's obvious. But you still don't have anybody to throw the ball to.
He's got some good rookies, yes, but he doesn't have any household names.
Nobody proven.
No, I'm well aware of that. But maybe he doesn't need it. Maybe. I don't know. It'd be nice to have, but it's a luxury the Patriots never really have had since Randy Moss.
Let me ask you this, Justin. Do you think Drake May has a better chance of being a Nathan Peterman or a better chance of being Patrick Mahomes? Obviously, we don't think he's going to be either or, but just your perception of him
he's
closer
to Patrick Mahomes than Nathan Peterman.
Okay, I agree. But you still need the weapons to distribute the ball. And yes. I don't think New England has
still a year away from being that at that level. They're still a year away, which is why I don't have lofty expectations for them. Much like the Red Sox, if they overachieve, great. If they don't, that's fine. I didn't expect them to.
So this is going to sound really bad, Justin, and I apologize, and I know you love this team. I think the Patriots are still a year away from even being a mid-level contender,
which is understandable. I agree. Yeah. On paper, you're absolutely right. I think they're still going to be. I mean, on paper, they're still a top 10 drafting team next year.
Yes, potentially top 5.
maybe not top
Did
5.
you see the start to their schedule?
Oh, it's brutal. The schedule itself is horrendous.
Well, let's go through this honestly. We're gonna go ahead. We're gonna go through the Patriots schedule, and we're gonna give wins and losses.
Good deal.
Opening week, Bengals loss.
Loss. Home against Seattle.
Could be a win.
I'm saying loss.
I mean, I can see that going either way, depending on how Seattle comes out in week 1. But
I'll say win for New England.
Okay. So I have them 0-2.
Specifically,
you guys have them 1-1.
The home opener.
You know what? Let me go get the old handy dandy chart out. Let me go like we did the predictions.
Go get it.
Yes. Fair enough.
And obviously, these picks are going to be subject to change during the regular season once it actually happens, of course. But
absolutely, but on paper right now as we speak, sure.
Yeah. Preseason
right.
picks.
No. Yeah. So you guys have them 1-1. I have them 0-2.
At the Jets, on paper, loss.
At the 49ers, loss. At home against the Dolphins, loss.
Home against the Dolphins, a loss.
Okay.
Home against the Texans.
Back up a little bit there, Chief. Okay.
Okay, hold on. Let's back up. All right. So opening week at the Bengals.
Oh, we all have the Bengals.
Yes, that was going to be a loss for the Patriots. The next week at home against Seattle, you guys have them as a win. I have it as a loss.
Seattle's only -3, so it's really not that much of a spread.
You said Seattle, right?
Yes.
Yeah. It's in New England. It's New England's home opener.
Okay. Justin, Pats, and then Seahawks was Casey for a loss. I'll just kind of take your guys' and I'll just roll through what I agree and disagree at the end. Just go ahead with your guys and I have it.
Okay.
What is going on in your background, Ian?
Oh, it's my background. That's my background.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, motherfucker.
Four-wheeler truck. I'm outside. There's a four-wheeler coming up down the street.
Got you. And then at the Jets, I have it as a loss.
Loss. Yes.
At the 49ers, I have it as a loss.
Yes. Home against the Dolphins, probably a loss too. Loss.
Home against the Texans.
I like that one. That one I think is a trap game.
I have it as a win for the Texans.
Okay. I have it as a win for the Patriots.
Home against at the Jags.
No,
I have it as a loss.
In London against the Jags.
In London. Oh, that's a win for the Jags. They play well in London.
Yeah, that could be a Jags win. I can see that.
Home against the Jets. Loss.
Probably a loss. I mean, again, it's on paper. On paper.
This,
right now, so.
We're going with the assumption that everyone's healthy during these games, right?
Fair enough. Yes.
Okay. At the Titans, win.
Win.
At the Bears, win. Home against the Rams, loss. At the Dolphins, loss.
Shellacked, loss.
Yes, I agree. Shellacked, loss. Home against the Colts, win. At the Cardinals, win. At the Bills, loss. Home for the Chargers, win. And then home for the Bills,
win.
I'm going to say win too, and I'm going to base it off the fact that Buffalo's wrapped up a playoff spot, but not the one seed.
Buffalo, I think, is going to fall short too.
I know. We both have it at wins, just for different reasons. I think Buffalo's going to have a wild card spot wrapped up and don't want to get anybody hurt.
I don't think Buffalo's even going to have a wild card spot.
Now, after the Dolphins game, you guys have 2 Pats wins in a row, correct?
Yes, Colts and Cardinals. So I have the Patriots winning a max of 5 games. Justin has a max of 6. I think that's realistic.
Yeah, and I was pretty much on par with most. I know Jacksonville plays well in London. I think the Patriots just get a win that nobody really sees coming. Other than that, I had the same thing of you guys on every single one, except the Week 2 game where I had them winning at home against Seattle.
All right, that was fun. Let's do this for the Cowboys.
4, 6. We actually had 7.
You had 7?
I had 7.
All right. Let's do this for the
Cowboys.
Cowboys.
You guys go ahead and run through it.
pull up
Week
the
1 for the Cowboys at the Browns.
Win.
I'm going to say loss.
Really? You're gonna do that again? Okay.
I'm saying loss on that one.
Give me Cowboys.
At the home for the Saints. I
Win.
think that's a win. Home for the Ravens.
Loss.
I'm saying win on that one. It's a home
Lamar
game. I'm
Jackson
saying
doesn't
win.
have to do everything anymore. Now he's got Derrick Henry.
That's fair. That's fair. I think that's a sneaky win for Dallas. At the Giants, win. Obviously. At the Steelers, win.
Yeah.
Home for the Lions,
Loss.
win. So you say loss, I say win. At the
I got
49ers.
Dallas.
Loss.
I'm saying loss on at the 49ers as well. At the Falcons, win. Home for the Eagles, win.
Win.
Home for the Texans, win.
Win.
At the Commanders, win.
Win.
Home for the Giants, win. Home for the Bengals.
Loss.
Ooh. I'm going to say win. And the only it's just for they beat the Bengals last time with Cooper Rush starting.
This is
Dude, I have them undefeated so far.
Then they're at the Panthers. That's a win. Home for the Bucks.
That's a win.
Win. At the Eagles, I'm going to say loss.
Loss.
They always split with the Eagles, and it's always win at home, lose on the road. And then they finish the season at home against the Commanders. That's a win.
I think the Commanders game probably could be the last Commanders game could be like a garbage game. I still think they win, but I wouldn't be surprised if they lost it.
If I'm not mistaken, Justin, you have them going 11-6.
That sounds about right.
And I think I have them going 12-5.
Again, not very far off.
No.
I have them at 14-3.
Ooh.
Hey, don't blame me. It's just how the algorithm ended up.
All right. Now it's your turn, Ian.
Yes, sir.
At the Lions for the Rams. Start off the season. Loss.
Loss.
At the
Rams.
Cardinals. Win.
Yeah, at the Cardinals, win. Home
Rams
for the 49ers. I'm going to say win.
Loss.
Rams get their ass kicked.
I'm going to say win for the Rams. At the Bears, win.
Win.
Home for the Packers, win.
Loss.
And then this is going to be Ian's heartbreak game because it's against his Las Vegas Raiders. I'm going to say.
Hey, is it in Las Vegas?
No, it's in.
No.
It's in.
Bro, have we even? I was just thinking about this earlier. I don't think we've even played. The Rams haven't played in Vegas. I don't think since either team moved.
Would you go to that game?
Hell, fucking yeah! NFL games get fucking crazy, man. I've never been to one. I've only been to an XFL game. That's the highest level of football.
I've been to a bunch of NFL games, like not a bunch, 4 or 5. I think 4.
Been to one.
Home for the Vikings, I'll say win.
Yeah, I'll say win.
At the Seahawks, I'm gonna say loss.
Ooh, oh wait, it's in November. Yeah, loss.
I think we split with Seattle.
Okay.
I think we split with the damn. I know my camera's on. I'm trying to turn it off.
Home for the Dolphins, I'm gonna say loss.
Yeah.
That's a dome. All that speed with the Dolphins,
Yeah.
I'm saying that's a loss for the Rams. Home for the Patriots, that's a win. At the Patriots, I'm sorry. Home for the Eagles, loss. At the Saints, win.
Home for the Bills,
Loss.
I'm going to say a loss.
At the 49ers, loss. At
I'm
the
going to say win
Jets,
because at that point I think San Francisco will be falling apart.
okay. I got win, you got loss. At the Jets, loss.
That's going to be hard, especially because they're going from San Francisco to New York.
Yeah, and it's from a late night game to an early game. There's 10 days in between it, though.
This is
December
true.
12th to December 22nd. So,
This is true.
home for the Cardinals win, and then home for the Seahawks win. So I have them going 11-6.
Yeah, I think I'm at this. I think I'm pretty close to. I think I was at 10-7.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty fair. I can definitely, especially like you said, we're going on the assumption that all quarterbacks, all players are going to be healthy. So I can absolutely see that as a pretty standard season for the Rams. I think that's fair. I think all of us are pretty spot on about where our teams are going to align this year.
If the Patriots can get six or more wins, it's a great year for them.
I mean, except for Ian, for some reason, who has my Cowboys going 14-3.
We them boys.
Ian, if the Cowboys go 14-3, I'm flying to Las Vegas and giving you a hug.
I'm looking
Bear hug
forward
too, brother.
to
I'm
it.
picking
And
you
know
up
what?
off the ground.
I don't doubt it. Didn't you used to I was about to say I remember you told me that when like you used to like do the assisted living for like a special needs kid, he tried to attack you.
Anyways,
switching gears here.
You know, what do you say we move on to the question?
I actually have a quick game I want to play with you fellas. Real quick.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna do. We're not gonna make it long. This is gonna be the first player that comes to mind when you think of the team. We'll go Justin, Merritt, and then, Casey, and then me. Okay, Philadelphia 76ers.
Allen Iverson.
The old logo. Allen Iverson. Old. I'm not gonna go through every single team. Boston Celtics.
Is this all time?
Yeah, I mean just period. You know, you see the
first
logo.
Player that just comes to mind when you say Boston Celtics.
Paul Pierce.
That's what I was gonna say too. So now I feel stupid.
I was gonna say. I want to say.
There's nothing wrong with saying Larry Bird because I mean.
I say Larry Bird. Yeah, probably Larry Bird.
I say Pierce because I grew up watching Paul Pierce.
Exactly. Me too.
The Lakers.
LeBron.
Justin.
You're fucking kidding. Are you serious? Oh well, shit. That's how we're supposed to do the game. First thing that comes to mind. I'm thinking deep about it. I think Kobe when I see it still.
I think
Magic for sure. Washington Wizards.
John Wall.
Ooh, Washington Wizards. Yeah, probably John Wall.
There's a team I'm waiting for you to mention, Ian. There's just one team I'm waiting for you to mention because you know who I want to say.
Yep, I know where you're going.
Portland Trail Blazers.
Brandon Roy.
Yep, I thought that.
Was that it?
Yes. That's my boy, dude. That's one of my favorite players ever, bro. I can't even explain it. I just love Brandon Roy.
Either Brandon Roy or... Yeah, I guess Brandon... Yeah, probably Brandon Roy. Honestly, I can't really think of nobody else that just pops up the top of my head. Minnesota.
Is this all NBA?
I mean, so far, yeah. We'll do a few more. Timberwolves.
Kevin Garnett.
Yeah, Kevin Garnett. Even though, it depends which logo I see, and I guess that's kind of a. I don't want to go down that rabbit hole.
The franchise, just the franchise.
Right. When I'm talking about the new logo, I automatically think. But even for example, if I see the like a different team's new logo, I'll still think of old. But anyway, okay. So let's go ahead and switch gears. Hockey. L.A. Kings.
Wayne
Gretzky.
Luke Robitaille.
Ooh, good call.
I'm not as old as you guys. Sorry. I would say I think Ducks. Fuck it, Ducks.
Paul Correa.
I say Teemu Selanne.
That would be my number 2.
Justin, our thought process, our wavelength is on the same level right now, dude. We keep saying the same players.
Colorado Avalanche.
Ooh,
Patrick Waugh.
Oh, damn.
I was. Yeah, I was.
Joe Sakic would be a great one too.
Peter Forsberg as well.
That's a good one too.
Chicago Blackhawks.
Patrick Kane.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Or Corey Crawford.
Jonathan Chase.
Calgary Flames.
Johnny Gaudreau.
Yep, Johnny Gaudreau.
Mine would be Jerome McGinley.
Devils.
New Jersey Devils.
Martin Brodeur.
Yeah, Martin Brodeur.
Ain't even a question. Okay, a few. Let's actually switch gears. Fuck it, switch gears. Baseball. Milwaukee Brewers.
Ryan Braun.
Raleigh Fingers. I don't know. That shit just comes to mind. Boston Red Sox.
Pedro Martinez.
Really? Mine's Manny Ramirez.
Pedro.
I was gonna say it's not even as much fun with like the bigger name teams. Colorado Rockies, Todd Helton.
Yeah, Todd Helton's a good one.
Yeah, it would have to be Todd Helton, to be honest.
LA Dodgers.
Got a good one too.
What'd you say? What was the
Larry,
next one,
sorry,
Ian?
Dodgers.
Clayton Kershaw.
Sandy Koufax, actually.
Yeah, I was gonna say Kershaw. Eric Gagne is up there for me. Watched a lot of him when I was a kid. Angels.
Mike Trout.
Mike Trout.
Mike Trout. Oakland A's.
Dennis Eckersley.
Dennis Eckersley, yeah.
Ricky Henderson.
Call.
This is fun. We're you guys are on the same wavelength, totally. Like you guys have only been different like 2 different times. All right, just a few more baseball. We're gonna go Orioles. Ripken.
Yeah, Ripken. Yeah.
It has to be, right? Like, is there? I mean, yeah, it's got to be Cal.
Washington Nationals.
Bryce Harper. Still.
Bryce Harper. Steven Strasburg is up there for me too, just because his hype was when they first came, when they first left from the Expos.
The hype was real too when he wasn't hurt. He was so good when he wasn't hurt.
Vikings, Minnesota.
Randy Moss.
Chris Carter.
I say Randy. I'd probably say Randy Moss too. New York Giants, Michael Strahan.
Eli Manning.
Strahan.
New York Jets, Joe Namath.
It's too late for me to answer because you said first player that comes to mind and like 4 of them popped right in. So I'm gonna say fucking Brett Favre.
Oh God.
Are you fucking okay? Just a few more. Falcons, Vic.
Matt Ryan.
Tim Dwight.
Who the hell?
Okay, I guess Marius just wants to be a funny guy today. Wait, you know what? I'm not even gonna say who. I'm gonna do my research because I don't want to get clown in the comments. Okay, Saints. Mine would actually be Aaron Brooks.
Steve Gleason.
Nice pick, Justin.
What about you, Casey?
Drew Brees.
Okay. Miami Dolphins, Ricky Williams.
Matt Marino.
I was thinking Ricky Williams first because that was just really when I started watching sports. Fucking just a couple more. What the fucking team? Buffalo Bills. Andre Reed.
Jim Kelly.
Okay. L.A. Rams.
Eric Dickerson.
L.A. Raiders.
Bo Jackson.
Bo Jackson. Yeah.
Ronnie. Oh my God, Ronnie Lott played for the I see. I can't because I fucked up and I said the wrong. Other than them, it would probably be old boy that had that scary ass mask. What was his name? Lozano.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Okay.
Chargers. The last one. Chargers.
LaDainian Tomlinson.
Yes, LT.
Really? Even though I didn't grow up in the era, mine is Dan Fouts.
That's a good one.
That is a good one.
LT though, I mean, I don't know, man. Maybe if we would have had this discussion back in like yeah. Oh, you know what? That's another good one too.
Rodney Harrison too.
Okay. So who has got the question?
I think Justin should take it tonight. He hasn't been on the show in 2 weeks. I think it's his time to shine.
I'd agree.
If you could be a player on an NFL franchise other than your team, who would you play for? What would your position be?
Good question.
I got my answer. Quarterback for the Cowboys. The fuck?
See, I can't pick that. Of course, yeah.
Right, yeah, right. That's quarterback for the Cowboys.
I would pick. Now, before we answer, I have a follow-up question to your question. Are we playing with our own skill set, or do we have the skill set of the player we're replacing?
You have a skill set of the player. You have the skill set of the player.
Oh, this is easy. Quarterback for the Kansas City Chiefs. That's easy.
You would want to play Mahomes. Okay, that's fair.
Yeah. I would say, fuck yeah, I want to win Super Bowls.
That's fair. I would say I'd play tight end for the Vikings. Skull.
That's fair. I like that. That's fair. Tight end for the Vikings would be cool. Ian, obviously, your answer is super obvious. Quarterback for the Cowboys because that's the most glamorized position.
Let me go with
all of professional
Just,
sports.
I would rather play free, if not the Cowboys quarterback. I'd rather play free safety for the Eagles.
Fuck
safety
the
for the
Eagles. Ian,
Wait,
if
so
you played free safety for the Eagles, I would be rooting for you to get torched every play.
It's like, oh, Ian's not quick on his feet. Yeah, man, I would not be able to strafe out there with the best of them. I'll tell you what.
Man. But
well, I got a jet, fellas. It's been a good show.
Yeah, me too. I think that was a great show, though, boys. I will talk to y'all soon. Have a great night. Mixed reactions.
Good show, guys.
Hey, we gotta go to Canada.